The motto of NSS, not be but you, reflects the essence of democratic living and upholds the need for selfless service. NSS help the students' development and appreciation towards other people's point of view and also show consideration towards other living beings. The philosophy of NSS is a good doctrine in this motto, which underlines on the belief that the welfare of an individual is ultimately dependent on the welfare of the society as a whole, and therefore the NSS volunteer shall strive for the well-being of a society. Our NSS unit is now one among the most active NSS unit under NSS Technical Cell, Government of Kerala. The NSS unit of this college was registered in 2013, unit number 214. Our unit received a Best Unit, a Best Programmer Officer, and Best Volunteer awards from Directorate of Technical Education, Government of Kerala. It's a perfect day and time for this inauguration in front of this esteemed guest. So let us start the event by our own Manavageetham. For that, I would like to invite Genga from the CS department. Thank you, Ginga. It's my pleasure and honor to welcome Dr. Bisharat BBA, Principal, University College of Engineering, Karyavata. But due to some unconditional problems, our principal could not attend the meeting. So I would like to invite Shruti ma'am, Associate Program Officer, for the welcoming speech.
Thank you, Google. It's my great pleasure to get this opportunity on behalf of our college. I extend a very sincere, warm welcome to all of you present here on the inaugural function of National Webinar Series and Internship Program conducted by National Service Scheme, University College of Engineering, Karyavatam. On behalf of our college, I am welcoming Shri Mohammad Yasin, Honorable Syndicate Member, University of Kerala. Welcome, sir. Next, I am welcoming Shri GP Sajid Babu, sir, Assistant Program Advisor, NSS Regional Director, Kerala and Lakshadweep. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to invite Shri Achita S. Madam, Program Coordinator, NSS Technical Cell. Welcome, ma'am. Next, I would like to invite our beloved principal, Dr. Bisharat BV Madam, to this function. I want to welcome ma'am. I want to extend this welcome to Professor Manu V. Kumar, our program officer. Next, I would like to invite Professor Anupama Satyan S, Professor Khadira Safar, event coordinator of National Webinar Series. I would like to extend welcome to all our HODs and UG Dean Saina Madam. I am welcoming all our supporting teachers and my friends. Once again, I am welcoming everyone, those who joining with us today's event. Thank you all.
Next, I'd like to invite Ajita Ma'am, Program Coordinator, NSS, Technical Cell, Kerala.
നമസ്കാരം. മനസ്സ് നന്നാവട്ടെ. ഈ യോഗത്തിന്റെ അധ്യക്ഷപദം അലങ്കരിക്കുന്ന ആരാധ്യനായ കേരള യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി സിൻഡിക്കേറ്റ് മെമ്പർ ശ്രീ മുഹമ്മദ് യാസിൻ അവറുകളെ സ്വാഗതം ആശംസിക്കേണ്ടിയിരുന്ന യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി കോളേജ് ഓഫ് ഈ വെബിനാർ ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യുന്ന നാഷണൽ സർവീസ് സ്കീമിൽ പ്രിയങ്കരനായ അസിസ്റ്റന്റ് പ്രോഗ്രാം അഡ്വൈസർ ശ്രീ സജിത് ബാബു അവറുകൾ ഓഫ് എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ്, Manager, Assistant Program Officer, Sri Teacher, Asamsa President, Saini Teacher, Divya Teacher, Indushalini Teacher, Union Chairperson, volunteers, മറ്റു വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളെ, സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെ, COVID-19 എന്ന മഹാമാരി പടർന്ന് പന്തലിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ആദ്യം നാം ഒന്ന് പേടിച്ചെങ്കിലും ധൈര്യപൂർവം ജാഗ്രതയോടെ അതിനെ ഫൈറ്റ്. ഞാൻ SMS എന്ന് ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത് എന്നീ 3 പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളിലൂടെ നാം ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. മാതൃകാ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി കോളേജ് എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗിലെ NSS യൂണിറ്റിനെ NSS ടെക്നിക്കൽ സെല്ലിന്റെ പേരിലും എന്റെ പേരിലും ആദ്യം തന്നെ അവർ നടത്തുന്ന കോവിഡിനെതിരെയുള്ള പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ നടത്തുന്നതിനെ ഞാൻ അഭിനന്ദിക്കുന്നു. ഈ സമയത്ത് വെബിനാർ വളരെ എനിക്ക് ഉറപ്പുണ്ട് മംഗളങ്ങളും നേരുന്നു. ഇതൊരു വൻ വിജയമായി കുറിച്ചിട്ടാണ് ഇവിടെയുള്ള സീഡാക്കുമായി അസോസിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഇന്റേൺഷിപ്പ് നടത്തുന്നത്. അപ്പം ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാമിലൂടെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അതിന് കഴിയും. വൻ വിജയമാകട്ടെ എന്ന് ആശംസിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ നിർത്തുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം. ജയ് NSS.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring talk. It's a great pleasure to welcome such a noted personality as our guest for this inauguration ceremony. So, on behalf of one and all present here, let me invite Sir GP Sajid Babu, Assistant Program Advisor, NSS, Regional Director, Kerala and Lakshadweep. We welcome you, sir.
Hello. Good evening, all. മനസ്സ് നന്നാവട്ടെ. വെരി ഗുഡ് ഈവനിങ്. മനസ്സ് നന്നാവട്ടെ. യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി കോളേജ് ഓഫ് എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് കാര്യവട്ടം NSS യൂണിറ്റും CDAC-ഉം സെന്റർ ഫോർ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് ഓഫ് അഡ്വാൻസ്ഡ് കമ്പ്യൂട്ടിംഗ് സംയുക്തമായി സംഘടിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള വെബ് സീരീസിന്റെയും 1 വീക്ക് ഇന്റേൺഷിപ്പ് പ്രോഗ്രാമിന്റെയും വേളയിലാണ് നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ. ഈ പരിപാടിയിൽ അധ്യക്ഷത വഹിക്കുന്ന യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയുടെ ആരാധനായ മെമ്പർ ശ്രീ മുഹമ്മദ് യാസിൻ, എൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട പ്രോഗ്രാം കോർഡിനേറ്റർ, ഡയറക്ടറേറ്റ് ഓഫ് ടെക്നിക്കൽ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷനിലെ NSS പ്രോഗ്രാം കോർഡിനേറ്റർ ശ്രീമതി അജിത, ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാമിന് സ്വാഗതം അറിയേണ്ടിയിരുന്ന പിന്നീട് നമ്മളോടൊപ്പം ചേരുമെന്ന് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്ന കോളേജ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ ഡോക്ടർ ബിഷറത്ത് BVA, ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാമിൽ സഹകാരികളായി പ്രവർത്തിച്ചു കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന വിവിധ ഫാക്കൽറ്റി മെമ്പേഴ്സ്, ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാം NSS ഫ്രട്ടേണിറ്റിക്ക് വേണ്ടി സംഘടിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള NSS യൂണിറ്റിന്റെ ഏറ്റവും ഡൈനാമിക് ആയിട്ടുള്ള നമ്മുടെ പ്രോഗ്രാം ഓഫീസർ, അദ്ദേഹം മുൻകാലത്ത് തിരുവനന്തപുരം ജില്ല പ്രോഗ്രാം ഡിസ്ട്രിക്ട് കോർഡിനേറ്റർ കൂടിയായിരുന്നു, പ്രൊഫസർ മനു വി കുമാർ. ഈ പരിപാടി നമ്മളോടൊപ്പം സഹകരിക്കുന്ന മറ്റ് വെൽവിഷേഴ്സ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെ, ഏതാണ്ട് 300ഓളം പേർ ഈ വെബിനാർ സീരീസിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കാനായിട്ട് രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെന്നാണ് ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നത്. ഈ പരിപാടിയിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കാനായിട്ട് രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള പങ്കെടുത്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന എൻ്റെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട വിദ്യാർത്ഥി സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെ, NSS ടീച്ചർമാര്, ദീർഘമായ ഒരു ഉദ്ഘാടന ആയിട്ട് ഇത് പോകാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നില്ല എന്നാണ് സംഘാടകരനോട് പറഞ്ഞത്. വളരെ ഹ്രസ്വമായ ഒരു ഉദ്ഘാടന സമയത്തിന് ശേഷം ഈ വെബിനാർ സീരീസ് ആരംഭിക്കേണ്ടതായിട്ട്. ആദ്യമായിട്ട് ഈ പരിപാടി സംഘടിപ്പിച്ച യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി കോളേജ് ഓഫ് എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് കാര്യവട്ടത്തിനെയും ഇതിന്റെ NSS യൂണിറ്റിലെ എല്ലാ ഇതിന്റെ പ്രവർത്തകരെയും ഞാൻ അഭിനന്ദിക്കുകയാണ്. ശ്രീമതി അജിതാജി സൂചിപ്പിച്ചത് നമ്മൾ ഏറ്റവും സങ്കീർണമായ ഒരു കാലഘട്ടത്തിലൂടെ കടന്നു പോവുകയാണ്. COVID-19 എന്ന ഒരു വലിയ പാൻഡമിക് സൃഷ്ടിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള പ്രശ്നങ്ങളെ അഭിമുഖീകരിച്ച് മുന്നോട്ട് പോകുമ്പോൾ നാഷണൽ സർവീസ് സ്കീം യൂണിറ്റുകൾ 14 ജില്ലകളിലും വളരെ ക്രിയാത്മകമായ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ നടത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. നമുക്കറിയാം, നമ്മുടെ കോളേജുകളും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നമ്മുടെ വിദ്യാലയങ്ങളുമെല്ലാം ലോക്ക്ഡൗൺ ആയി 4 മാസത്തോളം നിശ്ചലമായിട്ട്. നാഷണൽ സർവീസ് സ്കീം പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ ഒരു കുറവും വന്നിട്ടില്ല. നമ്മുടെ സംസ്ഥാനത്ത് മുഴുവൻ തന്നെ പ്രിവെൻഷൻ മിറ്റിഗേഷൻ ഓഫ് COVID-19 വേണ്ടി ധാരാളം പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ നടത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക. അതിൽ ഏറ്റവും മുൻപന്തിയിൽ നിൽക്കുന്ന പോളിടെക്നിക് കോളേജുകളും എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് കോളേജുകളും ഉണ്ട്. 14 ജില്ലകളിലെയും ചിത്രം ഒരുപക്ഷെ ഇതിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുന്ന നമ്മുടെ കൂട്ടുകാർക്ക് ഒരുപക്ഷെ എല്ലാവർക്കും അതിന്റെ വ്യക്തമായ ചിത്രം അറിയുമോ എന്ന് എനിക്കറിയില്ല. പക്ഷേ നിങ്ങൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കേണ്ട ഒരു കാര്യമുണ്ട്, വീടുകളിൽ ഇരുന്നാണെങ്കിലും നമ്മുടെ വോളണ്ടിയർ സുഹൃത്തുക്കൾ നമ്മുടെ പ്രോഗ്രാം ഓഫീസർമാർ, നമ്മുടെ ജില്ലാ കോർഡിനേറ്റർമാർ, അവർക്ക് നിർദ്ദേശവും നൽകി വരുന്ന അജിത മിസ്സിനെ, നമ്മുടെ പ്രോഗ്രാം കോർഡിനേറ്റർമാർ, ഇവരെല്ലാം തന്നെ സജീവമായി രംഗത്തുണ്ട്. നമ്മൾ ധാരാളം പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളിൽ വ്യാപൃതരാണ്. ഇന്ന് നമുക്കറിയാം, ഗവൺമെന്റ് ഓഫ് ഇന്ത്യ തന്നെ ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്ത ഐ ഗോട്ട് ട്രെയിനിങ്, ഇന്റഗ്രേറ്റഡ് ഗവൺമെന്റ് ഓൺലൈൻ ട്രെയിനിങ് COVID-19. അതിനകത്ത് നമ്മുടെ വോളണ്ടിയർമാർ, നമ്മുടെ വിദ്യാർത്ഥി സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെല്ലാം, പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് യുവതി യുവാക്കളെല്ലാം തന്നെ രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്ത് പങ്കെടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞു. ഇന്ത്യയിലെ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ പങ്കെടുത്ത ഒരു ഓൺലൈൻ പ്രോഗ്രാം ആയിരുന്നു അത്. കേരളം തന്നെ ഏതാണ്ട് 1,26,748 പേരാണ് ഇതിനോടകം ആ പരിശീലനം പൂർത്തിയാക്കിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് ഐ ഗോട്ട് പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമിലൂടെ നടന്ന കോവിഡ് ട്രെയിനിങ്ങിനെ കുറിച്ചാണ്. അപ്പോൾ വളരെ ഫണ്ടമെന്റൽസ് ഓഫ് COVID-19, what should be our approach towards this pandemic, and what are the roles of the youth in our country, everything was described very in this training program, and all our youth have benefited out of attending this online training program. In the entire country, we have participation from all the states, particularly from the youth organizations like NSS, NVKs, and so many other organizations. So what I learned is lakhs youth have been trained under iGOT platform. And we have series of other programs, online seminars, webinars, so many programs we have conducted to make aware of people about the problems of COVID-19 and what are the preventive measures which we are supposed to take up. Everything was transcended to all the people, not only to the student community, to the entire class. And we, as Madam has rightly pointed out, we engaged in the activities of social distancing. We have people familiarize the social distancing, and even we involved in the break the chain campaign in the entire state. NSS volunteers, NSS program officers have in the front in spreading the messages of the chain. Even though the colleges are closed, we were doing it through our own awareness programs through online, as well as we have generated lots of masks, face masks that have been given to the people, youth, students, and all sections of the society. I do not know how many of you were in the higher secondary stream alone. We have prepared 12 lakhs face masks. NSS units alone have made 12 lakhs face masks, and we have made other NSS units other than higher secondary NSS units, the polytechnic NSS units, engineering college NSS units, all have made face masks and sanitizers. And among the sanitizers, we have gone to innovations. We have made foot operated sanitizer dispensers. I would like to request the participants to keep your speaker in the mute mode. Whenever somebody speaks, kindly listen, and whenever your turn comes, you just unmute and speak. If keeping it in mute mode, then the talk will be clear. So let me continue. So what I would like to tell you, we were having lot of programs, not only the mask preparation and distribution of masks, sanitizers. Even one of the polytechnic colleges in Palakkad, they have done wonderful activities in Palakkad district. Even sanitization of the officers, even sanitizing pathway. The pathway have been sanitized by the NSS. The buses and the trucks which were passing through the NH of those area, Palakkad area, those roads have been even sanitized, and have been sanitized. So with all the limitations, we've gone to the level of involving ourselves in umpteen number of activities. പറഞ്ഞു വരുന്നത് നമ്മള് ഈ കോവിഡിന്റെ അന്തരീക്ഷത്തിൽ നമുക്ക് ഒരുപാട് പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടായിട്ടും അതിനെല്ലാം ജീവിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ NSSന്റെ വോളണ്ടിയേഴ്സും NSSന്റെ പ്രോഗ്രാം ഓഫീസേഴ്സും സജീവമായിട്ട് ഉണ്ടായി. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ ആ ഒരു സീരീസ് ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസിൽ പൊയ്ക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ പെരിന്തൽമണ്ണ മുസ്ലിം എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ അസോസിയേഷൻ എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് കോളേജിലെ NSS യൂണിറ്റിൽ 46 NSS വോളണ്ടിയേഴ്സ് അവിടെ നമ്മുടെ മലപ്പുറം ഡിസ്ട്രിക്ട് കളക്ടറേറ്റിൽ ഏതാണ്ട് 140 ദിവസമായിട്ട് continuous mission. They are taking part in the centers, and they are disseminating information to the public on COVID-19, and they are helping the registration of people in the COVID first line treatment centers, and they are monitoring the activity of the community kitchen, and so many activities are being channelized to the volunteers of one engineering college in Malappuram. The entire NSS unit is now working in the Malappuram district collectorate. Even United Nations has recognized the service of these volunteers that Malappuram collectorate. One single engineering college is that. Likewise, we are having a lot of activities. Why I am sharing all this information to the people who are connected to this program? Some information will be reaching all of you. So you should also be aware of NSS is doing yeoman service in the prevention and mitigation of COVID-19. നമുക്ക് യൂത്തിന് വളരെയധികം കാര്യം ചെയ്യാനുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ എപ്പോഴും പറയാറുണ്ട്, whenever I am addressing the youth in our country are not used but used less. Youth in our country are not careless but cared less. But this is a very big lacuna, this is a very big gap that is to be bridged. That can be bridged through NSS activities. We can make youth more potential, more influential, more creative through NSS activities. They can be a decisive factor in the society. They can do wonders. So NSS can do wonders. And I want to congratulate once again the NSS unit of University College of Engineering Karyavattam, having chosen these two important projects. One is series of webinars. 4 webinars have been planned on various topics. Internship also being planned from today onwards, 7th to 10th August. And all these programs are going to be a great success, no doubt in it. And as the curtain raiser program, today the webinar will be handled by Ms. V. Prakash, Assistant Professor of English, All Saints College. So soon after this inaugural session, I believe that session is going to be started. So I want to congratulate, I want to appreciate efforts of the volunteer secretary of the NSS unit, all the vibrant volunteers like Vaishnavi and all other volunteers. I want to congratulate each one of you. And the man in this, the architect of this program, another Professor Manvi Kumar, is always is always instrumental in setting up many wonderful projects in the NSS. He has taken laurels on behalf of NS to his institution, and I want to congratulate him also for organizing this program. I don't want to prolong further. Anyway, the right time that we have uh, we are going to begin a series of programs, and I wish all as well as I declare that the series of webinar and 1 week internship program are open. It is, I declare these 2 events are open. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your supportive words. I welcome Professor Saina Ma'am, UG Dean.
Hello.
First of all, I appreciate the effort taken by NSS unit to conduct this national level webinar session. Also, I wish all success to this program. എന്നും NSSന്റെ പ്രോഗ്രാമുകൾ വിജയമായിട്ടേ ഉള്ളൂ. അത്തരം ഒരു ചരിത്രമാണ് NSSന് എന്നും ഉള്ളത് നമ്മുടെ കോളേജിൽ. അതുപോലെ ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാമും ഏറ്റവും വലിയ വിജയമായി മാറട്ടെ എന്ന് ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I like to welcome Professor Sangeeta ma'am, HOD, IT Department.
Good afternoon, all. Respected distinguished guests, our principal, program coordinators, and my dear participants. The function of NSSU aims to instill the idea of social welfare in students and to provide service to society without bias. The NSS unit of UCK has been working in the true spirit as mentioned, and our NSS unit has bagged awards for best NSS unit in 2017-18, and the team were active during the lockdown period also for supporting our society. And I congratulate the new team, and I hope they will continue various activities like webinar and internship in the upcoming days too. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Finally, I'll invite our backbone of our NSS unit, Professor Manovi Kumar, Program Officer, NSS Unit, University College of Engineering, Karyavattam. Please, sir.
Good afternoon, all. Good afternoon, all. I deem it a great honor and a privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. Let me first of all start by giving glory to Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. First and most, I thank our special guest, Sri G.P. Sajid Babu sir, Assistant Program Advisor and NSS Regional Director Kerala and Lakshadweep, who despite his busy schedule has found time to grace this occasion. Thank you, sir. Given the absence by some meeting, I thank our well-wisher Principal Dr. Bishar Devi to support to conduct this event. And even the absence, unfortunately, I missed him. My heartless thanks to our honorable syndicate member, Sri Muhammad Yasin. He agreed to join this occasion. But he couldn't come this time. But anyway, my heartless thanks to the syndicate member. Thanks, sir. And we grateful to our Ajita teacher, state coordinator of NSS Technical Cell, for the keynote address to this event, and she is a well motivator of this event. And Our special gratitude to the HODs, Dean, teaching, non-teaching staffs, and a special guest Diana teacher and our volunteers. And finally, I thank all distinguished invitees to present here by accepting our invitation. We have 4 free webinars and a 1-week internship program associated with the CDAC. And join to all these events. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time to start our webinar session. For that, I invite Sivasurya from the CS department to give an introduction. Thank you.
Thank you, Gogul. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to everyone, those who are participating in the National Webinar Series organized by the NSS Unit, University College of Engineering, Karivata. Let me begin the first webinar session with the famous quote of Albert Einstein. In the middle of every difficulty lies the opportunity. So today we have Ms. Diana V. Prakash, Assistant Professor of English, All Saints College, Trivandrum. She is an experienced professor with 7 years of demonstrated history of working in this profession. And also, she had specialized in the folklore studies, diaspora literature, women studies, and culture studies. On behalf of our college and NSS unit, I welcome you, ma'am, to begin our session on the topic Effective Communication Skills for Employability. On behalf of the NSS unit, it's my pleasure to welcome you, ma'am, to deliver the session. Ma'am, please.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If I'm not clear, you can just try increasing your volume. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
All right.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Is that enough? Is that okay? Hi. Okay. First of all, I was just going through the chats here, and then I happened to see that some students were actually sharing all their details. I don't think anybody needs your details here. Please do not share anything based on some misunderstanding. Okay? So no more email sharings and putting all your information out in the public domain. I don't think it's necessary at all. So before we start, this session is about your employability skills. How much communication is important in disturbance. Okay. Is it clear? Let's get that straight first. Is my voice clear? Because let me reduce the volume because chats are now.
Yeah, it's miss.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's miss.
All right. Because these online things, right? There's a lot of fiddling going on with webcams and connections, and everything is dependent on everything else other than yourself. So what I'm speaking, what I am saying, everything is dependent on this internet connection and this machines rather than myself. So I'm sure there will be problems because it depends on my traffic, network and your network, your mobile phone, my laptop. So there are so many intermediaries there. So I'm sure we will have small problems, but let's bear with it and we will go forward. You can keep the chat, the chat active if you want, so that if you want to ask me something or if you want to intervene in some way, you can actually do that. Is that fine? Is that okay? All right. So this section is about employability skills. All right. By employability skills, we are looking at, you see, especially with there was a lot of talk even in the beginning about COVID-19. So with the coming of coronavirus, you see, you really can't reach anywhere and give an interview. And if this COVID is going to stay for a long time, you should expect something like, probably for many years, you will be stuck with such a scenario. And then you will not be able to go somewhere and face somebody. You will have to give a lot of you'll have to show a lot of your skills through this online medium, this imperfect medium as we are experiencing it right now, with an imperfect setting, you sitting somewhere, probably in your room, and, getting across to somebody using a laptop and a cam and an audio, which might not exactly be as pleasant as seeing somebody face to face. So in such a scenario, how do you use communication? How do you use your language, your skills to convince somebody that you are actually employable? That's what we are going to look at. So when we talk of employability and language, is there anybody who doesn't understand Malayalam here? Can actually use the chat and tell me if you do not understand Malayalam at all. Nobody? Everybody understands Malayalam also, right? എല്ലാവർക്കും മലയാളം മനസ്സിലാവല്ലോ, ബേസിക് എങ്കിലും മനസ്സിലാവല്ലോ, തീരെ മനസ്സിലാത്ത ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ? യെസ്, അലിയ ഫാത്തിമ. Okay, okay. Takshima Saropova. Okay. All right. There are a few people who do not understand Malayalam, isn't it? Yes. I think there are a few people who do not understand Malayalam. Yeah, okay, I got that. But do you all understand basic English? Like I'm talking now, do you understand basic English that I am speaking right now? Okay, is there any problem you face while I am speaking to you right now that you can't understand at all? Okay, you can understand basic English. That's cool. All right, so we will keep it very simple. We'll keep it in basic English. Because I understand that we'll keep it very, very simple so that everybody, irrespective of your language skills, will be able to understand. All right. Now, when we talk of employability, you say, you often hear this question, why is English so important? എന്തിനാണ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിന് ഇത്ര ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ്, മലയാളം പറഞ്ഞാൽ പോരെ? The simple idea is that, I think a lot of engineers are here because it's also something coordinated by the engineering college. So even in the engineering field, you say, I'm a techie. Why should I know all the English in the world? I'm not here to be an English professor. But the answer is that English, whether we like it or not, because of the process of colonialism, has become a language that is widely accepted and widely spoken. Okay, so because it's a language that is widely accepted and widely spoken, we also need to be part of the bandwagon. When everybody does something, we will also be forced to do the same thing. So when we attend an interview, we cannot insist that we are going to speak in our mother tongue. I'm going to speak in my mother tongue because I have a peculiar way of doing things. I'm very, I'm very patriotic. So I'm going to speak in my own language, which is quite dear to me. Sometimes that approach really doesn't work because we also have to be practical in our approach. So English is a language which really needs to be understood and learned today, whether we like it or not. And although we do not have to give English the importance it really doesn't deserve, we must give it the importance that it deserves. Okay, so we are in a scenario where we don't have to give it any more importance that it doesn't deserve, at the same time keeping in mind that we have to give it the importance that it deserves, right? So in that way, English can actually help you probably grab a job. So you might ask, I'm a techie, or I'm from the physics department, or I'm from the chemistry department. I know all about my subject. So why does it matter whether I know English? Sometimes, say for instance, as a techie, you are asked as a team leader, you become a team leader and you have to put forward your idea. How will you do it? You see, at that point, we will understand that being shy or being short of communicative skills will not really help you. There will come times in your life when, whether we like it or not, we will have to speak up. We will have to speak out. And with whatever broken language that we have, we will have to make an impression. So the first step, let me tell you, in communicating well is to just speak. All right. Even suppose you're a fresher, you're going for an interview. Are you going to wait till you studied all the English in the world to actually speak? You can't wait till you learn all the English in the world. You can't wait till you become Shakespeare to actually open your mouth and speak. You have to speak with whatever language you know. You have to speak with all the blemishes, with all the faults, with all the shortcomings, with every little mistake that you make. You have to make an impression. So first of all, let me tell you that when you go for an interview, the first step, whether you know English or not, whether you know that language or not, the first step is to actually speak. Okay, so be confident and you speak with whatever language that you know. That is the first step in communication and to becoming employable. Now, when we talk about employability, a lot of people will tell you, let me tell you something about എന്താ ഇന്റർവ്യൂ സ്കിൽസ്, എങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഇന്റർവ്യൂവിന് കയറണം, അവിടെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം, അതിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞു തരാം എന്ന് പലപ്പോഴും നമ്മൾ വിചാരിക്കും. മേ ബി ദാറ്റ്സ് എ മോസ്റ്റ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ് പാർട്ട്. ഓർ യു വിൽ പീപ്പിൾ വിൽ സേ, okay, what is let's have a class about body language. But these kind of things, or how to write a resume, എങ്ങനെ നിങ്ങളുടെ CV prepare ചെയ്യണം. But think about it, these kind of things, there are umpteen ways of writing it and a million videos available in YouTube. All right, so you just type in YouTube how to attend an interview. You'll have role plays there, people actually doing it for you, and you just have to imitate it. What I would like to share with you is I want to have a little interaction with you based on some real life experiences and some real life situations that freshers have encountered while they went for interview. Okay, because I understand that although you'll be very strong in your subject, നിങ്ങളുടെ technical ഭാഗങ്ങളൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നന്നായിട്ട് അറിയാൻ പറ്റും, sometimes we fall in some embarrassing situations because we do not understand what the other person really meant or what the other person was really saying. So sometimes we fall in some really embarrassing situations because we didn't understand what the other person was saying. So I would like to share some of the experiences that I actually collected from engineers and from people who actually attended some interviews. And let's see how knowing some basic things in language can actually help us tide through these situations with much ease and finesse. Okay, I'll try to share my screen. If you can see it, please let me know. Okay. It's actually starting, so if you can screen, please let me know in the comment. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Miss. Yes.
Yes? Okay,
Yes.
okay. All right. Otherwise, I'll be fiddling here and you will see nothing. Okay. All right. Now, I want a little of your attention here. Okay. Now, listen to this. This is a real life situation. And a friend പറ്റിയ ഒരു സംഭവമാണ് ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളോട് പറയുന്നത്. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇത് മനസ്സിൽ വളരെ ബേസിക് ആണ്. നിങ്ങൾ ചിലപ്പോൾ വിചാരിക്കും what a silly friend I have. But actually, he's a very good techie, a very bright guy, a wonderful, good, wonderfully, educated and dynamic engineer. But when he walked in for his first interview, I put it as your situation. This is what happened to him. He entered an interview room and the interview started. As he was explaining his educational background, the interviewer asked him, "Come again." What did he mean? എന്താണ് ഈ ഇന്റർവ്യൂവർ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്? ഇന്റർവ്യൂവർ പറഞ്ഞു "come again" എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. ഈ ഇന്റർവ്യൂവർ ഇതുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അവിടെ ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യാവോ? യെസ്, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കുറെ അത് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നുണ്ട്, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അത് കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. എന്റെ ഫ്രണ്ടിന്റെ ഇത്രയും ഒരു ബ്രൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ടെക്കിയാണ്, പക്ഷെ ഞാനൊരു എംബാരസിംഗ് സിറ്റുവേഷനെ കുറിച്ച് പറയാണ്. When he walked in, and first of all, when you go for an interview, you will be very nervous. You see, even though you are like usually very confident. See, നമ്മളൊക്കെ നമ്മുടെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സിന്റെ അടുത്തൊക്കെ we are very confident. Yeah, a lot of you are. Adina, Gauri, Shruti, Manju, Nisha. Yes, you guys are getting it. Alia, Aishwarya. Yes, some of you are actually getting it. See, we are very confident when you walk into an interview, and until we reach the gate and the door, that is, and then we start doubting ourselves, and we get really frightened and scared, and in such situations probably we forget certain words and phrases if we are not familiar with it. Appo ende ee friend inde aduthu chodichu, come again, and then you know what he did, this is a real life situation that happened. He actually walked out of the room, you know, he walked out of the room, and he walked back to his, to the amazement of everybody who was interviewing him, and everybody broke into a laughter, but then he showed his embarrassed self, and he kind of glozed over the situation, and he still managed to get the job. But what I'm saying is that sometimes certain usages, certain phrases, although we are good in English, we sometimes are not familiar with it, and these kind of problems can arise. So when the interviewer said, come again, what did my friend do? He walked out. He walked out and entered. So that's why I wanted to ask you the first thing. What does the expression mean, come again? Come again means, so I put some options. It means it is you ask someone to repeat something that you have not heard or understood. I had to ask him to come again because he had started to speak very softly suddenly. Come again, I can barely believe what you said. Word, a phrase ഉപയോഗിക്കാം. Come again, I can barely believe what you said, that you said this to me. നമുക്ക് ഉപയോഗിക്കാം. Okay, now often in an interview, let me ask you something. Can you tell me in the chat, already submit a resume? നിങ്ങൾ എന്തായാലും ഒരു റെസ്യൂമേ കൊടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഈ റെസ്യൂമേ കൊടുത്ത നിങ്ങളെ എന്തിനാണ് ഇന്റർവ്യൂ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? You have given a detailed, my question is, you have already given a resume, a very detailed resume, okay, with everything in it, from your educational qualification to your experience, to your responsibilities, to your address, to your family, to every little thing that you could probably dream of. Everything has been written in the resume and given. Why do they need to interview to test your communication skills, knowledge, technical communication skill, personality? I think they need to analyze it directly. Okay, to test our communication, to know about confidence, attitude, passion. How good is our personality? Okay, that's good answer. Physical interaction, check our communication skill, to see the person in real and know the personality a little bit, to test communication skills, to see if we are able to convey a small concept, communication, attitude, quality, details, knowledge. Yes, all of that is right. All of that is right. At the same time, yes, all of that is right. Knowledge. So you know what an interview is necessary, or do you think a resume is enough? If you had a company, would you take somebody based just on a resume? Okay, all of you think that an interview is necessary. Yes, you would never take somebody based on a resume. You would want them to interview, attend an interview first. That's right. A company, when you walk in, is not there to just take you by looking at your resume. They want to analyze something beyond that. Are you the right person? Because they will have so many people who are ready to give them the technical stuff. But what is it that makes you special? What is it that makes you available? I'm sure that a lot of engineers today do not exclusively stick in engineering field. That is also something I want to know. Is there anybody who really want to go only in engineering field? Can you say yes? Like if you want to be in the engineering field exclusively, you are not open to any other field. You're tight shut to any other field. You're open. Okay. Abhiram said yes. Okay, Abhiram says yes, he wants to stay in the engineering field. No, she's open to other fields. I'm not a student. I am. Yes. Okay. I am an economics student. All right, that's cool. I'm a computer techie, so you want to be a techie. I am a B there is a wide variety here. As management, medical field. Okay. Oh, we have a wide variety. I'm a literature student. Okay. Oh, there is also an assistant professor here. Public policy. All right. So I'm not just talking to techies, I understand. All right. So we will modify it like that. I'm a BTech student. Okay. So you will want to be in the field, I understand. Literature. Okay. So whichever way it is, whichever job you go for, whether it is a government job, whether it is a company job, whether it is a private job or a public job, whichever domain it is, they still interview you because they want to know what makes you special, what makes you more valuable to the company. That is why they often ask the dreaded question. We go in with a resume, we go in with a CV, എല്ലാം കൊണ്ടാ നമ്മൾ പോകുന്നത്. They just make a stock. Continuously, they make a stock. And from what we talk, they get these shreds, these shreds of information that they gather. This is what they weave together and they understand your personality. So interview is often a trick, a large trick that is played out on you, where they kind of constantly analyze you by getting these shreds and pieces of information, and which you inadvertently blurt out. When you're kept in an interview for like half an hour, by that time everything is out. How much will you put up a show? A show will only last for a while. After that, everything, whatever what slowly come out. So it is during this time that your confidence and your language should help you. Upon a real life situation, പലപ്പോഴും നമുക്ക് സംസാരിക്കേണ്ട ഏത് ജോലിക്ക് പോയാലും, no matter which job we go to, often they will test whether we have leadership quality. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് leadership quality ഉണ്ടോ എന്ന് അവർ check ചെയ്യും. So look at this situation. You are explaining leadership, or leadership quality, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ leadership condition explain ചെയ്യുവാണ്. And this is a statement that you can make. I think being in the position of leadership is a great responsibility. Not only should you not talk down to anyone, you should also make sure that you speak up for the underdogs. Okay, see what is being said here. I think this is a good sentence. Okay, often you will have to talk about leadership, and this is a way of your interpreting leadership. They will tell you things like, if you are put in a leadership position, will you be able to do it? If you are a teacher, how will you guide your students? What is your concept about leadership? It can come in like 1,000 different ways, but this is a good sentence that you can use. I think being in a position of leadership is a great responsibility. And how can communication matter? Not only should you not talk down to anyone, you should also make sure that you speak up for the underdogs. Look at these two usages: talk down, speak up. From this context, what do you think these words mean? Talk down and speak up. എന്താണ് ഇതിന്റെ meaning? Can you type? First, talk down. Oh, ഞാൻ already talk down and speak up. Can you type? Can I see a few responses? Because keep the chat active. Otherwise, I feel like I'm talking to somebody, who's not there. That's also kind of weird. This is a pain. Talk down is to silence or belittle. Okay, talk in a condescending manner, not to put our opinions on it. Okay. And then let me try alter video a little, okay? Audio a little. Can you hear me? എന്നെ ഇപ്പം കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ? Can you hear me? No?
Ma'am, can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Okay. All right, just tested some things I want. All right, it's fine. So, from you can type in answers. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. You can hear. Okay, fine. These are good uses that you can use. So talk down means belittle. Okay. You shouldn't talk down to anybody. And as a leader, you should speak up for the underdogs. Okay. So talk down, silence somebody. So these two words, talk up, speak up. See, there is talk in this one, there is speak in this one. You can just remember these two words. I'll give you some words and phrases which people have used and which will help you, you know, in actually creating some good sentences while you're talking to somebody. So to talk down is to silence a person, especially by speaking in a loud and domineering manner. Look at this. She talked down to her subordinates, and that behavior made the working atmosphere very unpleasant. Speak up. Speak up to express something without fear. You have to speak up for the underdog. Who is an underdog? Or an underdog and the type of dog? Is it a dog? An underdog is a type of dog, like a Rottweiler and all. No. What is an underdog? Underdog is somebody who is less privileged. Okay, so if you are in a position of leadership, whether in your college, whether in your working atmosphere, anywhere, you have to protect people who. It's not a metaphor. It's a usage. Okay, what is a metaphor? Metaphor is like a small part used for something else. Okay, the crown standing for the king, something like that. You know, the crown is angry. It's like a metaphor. And you say it like that. The crown is angry. It's a metaphor. Isn't it? What metaphor and simile? Simile. And she's as beautiful as a rose. As a rose. That is a simile. A metaphor is she is a rose. Is a rose. For the metaphor. And never mind about that. But that's the difference between metaphor and simile. Maybe you're a literature student. Simile means she is like a rose. It's a simile. She is a rose is a metaphor. Okay. So an underdog is somebody who is less privileged. Yes, absolutely. So you have to speak up for somebody who is privileged. So you can use these two words: speak up and talk down to. You shouldn't talk down to somebody. You have to speak up for the person who is like an underdog. Now, suppose you're asked, why did you leave your previous job, and did you ever experience a people management problem or a personal problem, a behavior problem in your workplace? As your experience increase, you can never say, no, I never experienced any problem with my seniors. I never experienced any problem in my workspace. That sounds very, very fake. Nobody would take you seriously if you made such a statement. So you will have to spell out in which way, your boss was bossy. So you're making a very, very thought out statement. The statement, well, a situation where you explain about your encounter with bossy behavior and explain micromanaging. So you are explaining it like this. Well, I'm very patient, and so I usually just try to tune him out. But finally, as his aggression increased, I called him out on it, respectfully, of course, and reminded him that he need not spell out every single task as if I were a little child. Look at this sentence again. You're very patiently explaining a bad situation that happened in your workplace. Motion situations explain. You'll have to explain situations which really did not go well in English. So this is a statement that you're making. Well, usually I'm very patient and I try to tune him out. But finally, as his aggression increased, I called him out on it, respectfully, of course, and reminded him that he did not spell out a task as if I were a little child. Look at these phrases: tune him out, called him out, spell out. And tune him out, call him out, spell out. What does these three usages mean? You can make it part of your vocabulary. I try to tune my friend out. Can you guess? Okay, suppose you're listening to radio and a really annoying song comes in. Okay, what do? You tune in or you tune out? What do you do? നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തീരെ ഇഷ്ടമല്ലാത്തൊരു പാട്ട് വരികയാണ്, അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ ട്യൂൺ ഇൻ ചെയ്യുമോ ട്യൂൺ ഔട്ട് ചെയ്യും? You tune out. Okay, so tune out is a word, is a phrase that you can use to say that you ignore somebody. Most of what he says is garbage, so I tune out. Okay, so most of what he says doesn't make sense to me, so I tune out. Another use ചെയ്യാം. So ഇപ്പൊ തന്നെ ഒരു സെന്റൻസ് ആരെങ്കിലും എഴുതാമോ using tune out? Can anybody use the chat space and actually write a sentence with tune out? ഒരു tune out ഉപയോഗിച്ച് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് എഴുതാൻ പറ്റുമോ? We tune out to tune out, not exactly music. Music in അങ്ങനെ പറയണ്ട. Yeah, I tune out my extremely stubborn. Yes, I tuned out on him because he's extremely stubborn. He didn't make any sense to me. Therefore, I tuned out on him. Yes, Anish is warning me. This is a boring lecture, so he's going to tune out. Isn't it? Of course, you have to tune out. If it's a boring lecture, that's the right thing to do. See, that's the entire point of webinars. The thing is that everything is in your control. So this is, in a way, webinars are, a wonderful thing because you get a lot of control. You often talk of autonomy, you often talk of freedom, you often talk of control of what we are doing, and that is plenty available in something like a webinar where you control the situation. I tuned out the dog's constant barking. I tuned out, I ignored it. That's what I did yesterday. My dog was barking all night. How can you tune out someone who is really good at something? Absolutely. A bored child may simply tune out. Very good sentences. Sometimes I tune out my mother's lectures. Absolutely wonderful sentence. And you'll tune out kids. Absolutely. So tune out is something that you can use. So we're looking at some words and phrases, and you don't need like 10 years to study a lot of English. You can pick and choose some good words and sentences. You can make it part of your vocabulary right there, right now, and be done with it. Okay, so tune out is something that you can use like that. What is the next word that we use, that we looked at? I called him out. Finally, as his aggression increased, I called him out. What does it mean? You called him out. You called him out on it. You called him out. What is that? What does it mean? You called out, your expose. Exactly. Expose. Called him out means you're confronting. എന്തിനാണ് ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്തത്, എന്തിനാണ് അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യുന്നതെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചിട്ട് അതിന്റെ എക്സാക്ട് വേർഡ് ആണ്. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ I went to him and I asked him, I wanted him to answer me. How many words should you use for such a simple thing? ഒരു ചെറിയ കാര്യം പറയാൻ എത്ര വേർഡ്സ് ഉപയോഗിക്കണം? അതിനെല്ലാം കൂടെ ഒറ്റ യൂസേജ് ആണ് I called him out. I called him out on that situation. I called him out on the injustice. Exactly, I called him out on the injustice of the situation. Simple. തീർന്നു. Criticize. A person was creating a lot of trouble for you, and then finally you called him out. Means you are confronting him, you are exposing him, you are questioning him. All right, so finally you decide to call him out, of course polite. And I told him that please don't spell out a little task as if I were a child. What is spell out? Spell out means, spell out a word means break it down into very little parts, and giving it to you like you're a little baby, and explain too much. Absolutely, explain too much. All right. See how these three outs put together in a sentence made the sentence smaller, more succinct, more focus oriented, and a good sentence. Kind of simple words on ഇടുന്നത് പക്ഷേ അതിനെ കുറച്ചുകൂടെ എന്താക്കി smaller ആക്കി, it became smaller, it became more effective, and it became interesting to read. So we'll read that sentence again. Well, I'm very patient, and so I usually try to tune him out. But finally, as his aggression increased, I called him out on it respectfully, of him that he need not spell out every single task for a little child. Now, you don't know that. All right. Now, a cover letter. This is just a commonsensical question. In today's world, when you give a cover letter, which is the best salutation? നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒരു choice അവിടെ ഇടാം. A is sir, B is hello, C is dear sir, D is good morning, E is good day. Which would you choose? Let me see. നിങ്ങളുടെ choice എന്താണ്? A, കുറെ പേര് A പറയുന്നു, C പറയുന്നു, good, dear sir, good day. Day, respected sir. Was respected sir a choice even? अरे कुछ भी लिखते हो, there's no respected sir there. Look at the choice. Sir, hello, dear sir, good morning and good day. Which would you choose from among these? Okay, you know what is the best thing? I'll tell you. Now stop, guys. Dear sir. Dear sir. You know, probably we think that, can you hear me? You can use the chat, or is somebody unknowingly talking? I think unknowingly somebody. All right. Okay. Yeah. So you can actually use dear sir. Okay. Dear sir is the most in thing. No, dear is not informal. You see, it is considered a polite way now. Okay. So if especially if you're applying for a job, there is no harm in actually writing dear sir. We used to be taught that writing dear is very informal. It is it should be avoided at all cost, and it should not. It kind of creates a very informal banter-like situation. Not so. You can actually write dear sir because it's considered very very human. There is a personal touch to it. You can even write things like dear HR manager. Do you understand? You can actually write dear HR manager, dear human resources manager. Respected sir, that's all olden ways of using it. Very, very ancient ways of using English. Respected sir, most honorable sir. We have this habit of what we call it maska marna. We kind of use all sorts of buttery, flowery words to get things, but that is not actually, when it comes to like proper corporate sectors or even better situations. Sir is also okay, but I do not think dear sir is quite out of fashion, because it gives a little bit of hint of a very human way when you say dear sir. Instead of just saying sir. Sir is safe, like always safe. It doesn't change, because it is neither here nor there. There is no risk in it. ഒട്ടും risk ഇല്ല. Sir എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെന്താണ്? ഒന്നുമില്ല. But dear sir makes your letter more appealing, more a little bit friendly, without taking away the seriousness from it. Okay, so you can actually stick to dear sir, or dear HR manager, or dear hiring manager, or dear madam. All right, it is never out of fashion, and it really doesn't make your letter extremely mechanic. Okay, now the next one, which would be the least favorite complimentary clause for an official letter? Complimentary clause means a valedictory part. Valedictory part means how would you sign off? Adana. എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും നിങ്ങൾ sign off ചെയ്യുന്നത്? The least favorite. Again, you have 5 choices. Sincerely, regards. Means it's something that's like really out of fashion now. Yours faithfully, best regards, yours sincerely. ഏതാണ് ഏറ്റവും out of fashion ആയിരിക്കുന്നത് ഇപ്പോൾ? Sincerely regards, yours faithfully, best regards, yours sincerely. Suppose you're applying for a job, which would you like really avoid? Let me see your choice. We can discuss it. See, I encourage you discussing, okay? And we can oh, everybody's so many varieties are coming. Yes, old fashioned is yours faithfully. Yours faithfully is pretty old fashioned, and if you are looking at like corporate sectors and places like that, it's better that you don't use yours faithfully anymore. Yours sincerely is a very good usage. Sincerely is a very good usage. If it's a very official situation, kind regards is a good usage, or regards is a good usage. But oh my God, trustworthyfully. That's like inventing your own words now. No, let's not use such things. We can use your sincerely is a good usage. Okay, best regards is a good usage. Best regards or kind regards is a good usage. It's a good complementary clause. Yours sincerely is a good one, but yours faithfully has become very old, very, very old. And when it comes to getting hired, this is broken up for you. I have put it here because most of you know the sentence. You know what's wrong with the sentence. I said English people don't answer this question. Don't answer this question. Let others answer, because I want you to remember this sentence. Looking forward to hear from you. Correct the sentence. Some part has a problem. Which part is it? This is a, I have even seen this printed in looking forward to see you. I have seen it printed in marriage invitations. That's why I put it here. I've seen it in marriage invitations, in invitation cards to parties. I've seen it written as the, ending. This is like a favorite line while closing a letter. What is wrong in it? Looking forward to hear from you. Correct the part. ഏതോ ഒരു പാർട്ട്ണർ തെറ്റുണ്ട്. People don't. From, looking from, be from, looking, everybody writing looking में कोई problem नहीं है. Looking forward is only needed. I look forward is fine. Looking, even if it's okay. I look forward to hear from you. That's a wrong sentence. It's me, take note. I look forward to hear from you is a wrong sentence. Looking forward or I look forward, doesn't matter. Let it be there. It's a second part that is wrong. You have to write, let me tell you, careful. I look forward or looking forward, hearing from you. Do you understand? Hearing from you. Please do not get this usage right. I look forward to hearing you. I look forward to seeing you. I am looking forward. No problem. That's also I am looking forward to seeing you. ing is the thing. You do not write from you. I look forward to see you. Absolutely not. Because I've seen the invitations and it is way too wrong. It's absolutely okay. So can you just type the sentence right so that it will stick in your mind? I look forward to hearing from you. Correct. Forward to hearing from you. So you type an invitation, even a informal invitation for your friend. You can underneath you can write, I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to seeing you. So palappuram, we use this sentence while you wind up a letter. You are writing a letter to get a job, and you expecting that they will hire you. You are expecting that they will call you, and you say, I look forward to see you. It's so wrong. You say, I look forward to seeing you again. I look forward to hearing from you. Right? Don't forget that. Next one. Okay, this usage. The reason why I use this usage is, you know, unfortunate situation that happened recently, right? That Sushant Singh Rajput situation. The situation was happening. I tuned into the Republic TV and somebody was saying something when Arnab said, Arnab said, let's cut the chase. And it's often used in interviews too. When you are explaining something very lengthy, suddenly the interviewer says, let's cut to the chase. What did she mean? While in an interview, Arnab also, somebody was saying something and he said, let's cut to the chase. He used these words. Let's cut to the chase. There was a live interview happening in the television with this Sushant Singh Rajput case, and somebody was saying something, and Arnav just pitched in and just intervened, and he said, "Let's cut to the chase." So, what does this mean? Let's cut to the chase. I'll give you a few choices. Oh God, spilled the bean. I mean, cut it. Come to the exact point. Adan. Let's cut to the chase. So, these kind of usages, often used in interview, even interviews, and the interviewer says, please, let's cut to the chase. Don't think, okay, what am I supposed to cut now? Am I supposed to chase something now? At that point, I want you to understand, always, suppose you don't understand a word or a phrase, how would you escape from that situation? If you do not know, or if you do not understand a word or a phrase, you understand it from the context and not by dissecting the word or phrase itself. Okay, for instance, let's cut to the chase. Ningal situation, imagine that situation. What exactly? I am saying something in a very lengthy way. He said, let's cut to the chase. Probably he wants me to wind up. So please look at to understand. You need not know all the words. You need not be a walking thesaurus. You need not be a walking dictionary. But we can all understand words from the context and not by dissecting the words. For instance, in a comprehension passage, there was a sentence like this, okay? What do you understand? Those people, this is a sentence, okay? Those people roam a lot. They are nomads. Okay? You want to guess what nomad means. Okay? What is this nomad? You don't know. But from this situation, those people roam a lot. What do you think is the meaning of nomads from the situation? Those people roam a lot. So you look at this word, roam. Are roaming on nomads. So what is this nomad? Yeah, somebody who's wandering, somebody who's roaming. You understand? Even if you don't know the word meaning of this nomad, you can still guess that probably from the context that either a wanderer or a gypsy. You understand? Nomads, people. But instead, if into the sentence itself, our word nomad. What is the meaning of nomad? അവർക്ക് ഭ്രാന്തില്ല അങ്ങനെയാണോ? ഭ്രാന്തില്ലാത്തവരാണ് അവർ. See, that's why I said, they are not crazy. People who don't have madness is nomads. So do not at any cost break a word. Or this has happened because last class I tell you. This is another sentence. This is a real life situation, okay? I love the village. The rustic scene is so beautiful. Shakespeare. You might not have the meaning of the word rustic. Shakespeare, you are not an English expert. But this is a sentence. Look at the sentence. I love the rustic scene is so beautiful. So what will be rustic associated with? What does this word rustic mean? the rustic life. Rustic life is thrilling. What is something with countryside, simple, yes, simple old countryside, rural beauty. This is the way you find out the meaning of a word. You do not go to the word itself. What happens if you go to the word rust? Rust plus ik, തുരുമ്പ് പിടിച്ചത്. തുരുമ്പ് പിടിച്ച സീൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു വില്ലേജിൽ എന്ന് എഴുതിയാൽ ശരിയാവോ? If you're explaining it as something that is rusted, something that is, something like iron that gathered rust, will it be okay? No, it will become hilarious. It will become ridiculous. So please don't go to the word or the phrase itself. A better way will be a simple, homely, natural, yes, natural beauty. Exactly. This is the way to guess the, even in an interview, always think on your feet. It means you pay attention to what this person is saying. You look at his, look at what he's saying. You analyze it from context. In such a scenario, there's a better chance that you will survive the interview better. Right. I'll just, by the way, so that's the way you will understand from the context and not obsessed about words as a real response, a response. In online, suddenly a person said, I'm a bit snowed under with editing today. Do you mind if we talk tomorrow? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this expression, bit snowed under? Such things happen during interview. Suddenly they'll be saying something that you understand. I'm a bit snowed under with editing today. Do you mind if we talk tomorrow? What does it mean? Bit snowed under. A bit snowed under with editing. Busy, hectic. Yes, obsessed means obsessed with busy. Bored alla. Bored ennarengiലും പറയൂ. Just imagine, will we say bored? I'm bored with work. Can we talk tomorrow? Hectic, yes, hectic or tired or busy. I'm snowed under by work. Suppose there's a sentence like this. The act was snowed under by fan mails. I am under with editing work. Means too much work. Because of this work, I'm like very busy. It's almost entire snow has fallen on your head and you're trapped underneath with so much work. Okay, this is an expression that you can, comes from nature. An entire nature expression is on that. Other set is very useful. But never mind, you don't have to learn. Yeah, you're loaded with work, too much work. So snowed under is something. So if somebody says, even you can use it. So I'm just snowed under with some work today. Can we meet tomorrow? It's a simple word, but it creates a good vibe, a beautiful way of saying something. I'm stored under. I'm snowed under by lots of work. Can we meet tomorrow? Like that. Okay. It's a real life. Now, you have to talk about such things, about your mentor and your guide during your interview, your teachers, your mentors. Look at these sentences. My mentor and my guide helped me. My mentor and guide helped me. Is there any difference in these sentences? Is there anything different? Or who helped you come up in your life? My mentor and guide helped me, sir. Or my mentor and guide helped me, sir. Is there a difference? What is the difference? Yes, that is a difference. These are subtle differences. My mentor and my guide helped me. Those are, okay? Your mentor, Mr. A, and your guide, Mr. 2. My mentor and guide helped me means one and the same person. Your mentor is also your guide. So when you use such sentences, so when you write such sentences, be careful. If it is two people, please be careful to use my again. My mentor and my guide helped me. My mentor and guide helped me. Okay, which, such sentences also make an impact on what? On concord. Concord means subject verb agreement. Let's not go into grammar. It's a technical term. The first was on where. Can you say it's whether it's was or where? My mentor and my guide was with me, were with me. First one. My mentor and my guide was with me or were with me. My mentor and my guide with me. Now stop. Next question. An engineer and an entrepreneur is visiting our college or are visiting college. An engineer and an entrepreneur is visiting our college or are visiting our college. To keep looking here, are visiting our college. Okay, next one. The secretary and cashier were arrested or were arrested. This one. The secretary and cashier was arrested or were arrested. Secretary and cashier. The cashier alone. The secretary and cashier. One same person. You understand? Yeah, absolutely. So kind of things you have to remember when you write. These are things that we overlook. We just overlook these things. We think it's whatever, and then okay, no, it makes a lot of difference when you use such small little things in your resume or even when you write. Now, okay, whenever whether it's teaching or whether you are in MBA or whether you're engineering, medical field, everywhere you have to talk about your team. Now, what's the difference here? Mr. Peter, together with his team, is present or are present. Mr. Peter, together with his team, is present. And the second sentence, team along with the team leader is present or are present. The members of the team. What is a team? What is a logic? Singular and plural is a logic, but what is a logic? That is the idea. What is a logic? Team usage, no, it's not team usage, not at all. That's why I put that sentence there. It's not the team usage. No. The thing, see, in like to with, okay, or along with. Such usages, just for such usages, when you see a sentence, if something is written like together with, along with, okay, usages are there. What that comes here, first, Mr. Peter is one person or two people? One person. He is the first person. Mr. Peter to get team ko chhod do, okay, or with his group or whatever it is. Mr. Peter, you have to look at Mr. Peter together. It's not audible.
No.
Not audible. Breaking.
It's audible, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, so because of the connection. Let me see. Let me try to change. Is it audible now? No?
Now it
Yes.
is audible.
ഇപ്പൊ കേൾക്കാമോ? നമുക്ക് വീഡിയോ ഓഫ് ചെയ്താലോ? അപ്പം ലോഡ് കുറഞ്ഞാലോ? ഇപ്പൊ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ? കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ പിള്ളേരെ?
കേൾക്കാം മിസ്.
Okay, now you can hear, right? It's clear. All right, cool. We fixed it. Oof, we have to depend on these variables. Variables are there. All right, so here, in sentences like these, Mr. Peter together with his team. So when you have sentences like which has usages like with, along with, etc., you look at the first noun. Okay, first noun ko dekho, baki chhod do. Mr. is, the member of the team are. These kind of things you will have to write in your letter. Okay? When you common usage. John together with his friends is present. So the rule is this: a very common mistake that is made. So these things really don't matter, but if you make it proper, it your resume or communication a cutting edge. You understand? Because that's a proper way of using a language. These are small things, but if you can remember, it goes a long way. So nouns connected with John as well as his parents is present. John along with his friends is present. John together with his friends present. His friends along with him, in addition to him, are present. You understand? The importance falls on the first noun. Clear? Our rule, did you understand that rule? Audio is breaking. I hope it is clear. Okay, right. Okay. Please excuse these small this. Okay, we have absolutely no control over it. Like I said, we are like separated by distance, and we are doing this through thin air, probably space, or some sort of funny medium that even we don't know what's going on. I don't know. Yeah, thug internet is the again. These are sentences that use the first two usages. You can hear it even in cricket. You can hear things like today. Captain has also been heard saying the team are taking rest now. Our team is present. The team are resting now. What is the difference? There is a difference here. You're speaking, you can say, my team is resting today. You're a team leader, so you say resting today. But after some time, you say the team are taking rest. What is the difference between the team is present, the team are now? There is a small difference. The difference that you say our team is means that you are looking at the team as a whole, a combined action that you're doing. Okay, team is playing cricket today means the entire team is playing. It's a teamwork that actually makes the win. They play as a team. You can't look at individuals. But when the team are taking rest, taking rest is not a combined activity. Chalo hum ek saath so jate hain, we'll get some points there. Taking rest is not a combined activity, like playing together. It is an individual activity, and probably some of them are not even resting. Some of them may be alert. Okay, so when you look at a team individually, you say the team are taking rest. When you talk of a team as a whole, you say the team is presenting today. Did you understand? Okay, right. Same way, the staff is not to blame. The staff are mission and same thing. So if you look at together, ഒരുമിച്ച് നോക്കാനാണെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സാധനം ഒരുമിച്ച് നോക്കാനാണെങ്കിൽ we say is, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ individuals നോക്കാനാണെങ്കിൽ you say are. പോലീസ് ഒരു കാര്യം ചാറ്റിൽ ഞാൻ ഇടാം. പോലീസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എപ്പോഴും പ്ലൂറൽ ആണ്. പോലീസ് are. There is no police is. Please be careful. It is police are. Do you have any doubts? Wind actually, because we exceeded time, Okay, that's clear, right? Well, that's the expectation. At least if there is some takeaway from this, that's it. Please remember that. Yes, it's high time. We are late. We are well ahead. We crossed the time limit. So we'll call it a day, and some of it you will remember, and I'm sure most of it you will forget. But still, so thank you everybody. I think I had a wonderful group of students who were like so interactive and active in chat, and I think most of you are listening also. I didn't see many logouts, luckily. So thank you very much, and hope we again someday we can interact again.
Ma'am,
All right.
thank you for your.
Yes, I
Thank
can
you
hear
for
you.
your.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your wonderful session. Yeah, ma'am. Can we now move on to the question and answer session?
Yes, sure. But they told me already that they have no questions. They just want to get a.
Okay. Let us give some time for them to ask any question if they have any queries or questions
Yes, sure.
regarding this
Why
session.
not? Why not? Yes,
Okay,
I
okay,
have
ma'am.
no objection. Please.
Okay. So please, now it's question time. If any one of you have any questions or queries regarding the session, you may please unmute and ask the question, or else please type your questions in the chat box.
Yes,
And
sure.
also, okay. And also, now we will be providing the feedback form in the chat box. So please make sure that you will fill it. Then only the e-certificates will be provided to you on your email IDs. Okay. So if any one of you have any questions, please ask the questions.
Thank you for the positive comments, and thank you for comments also. Very active on Insta. My account is more or less dead. There on Facebook though, I can send me a message. I can take questions, no problem. Yes, you can drop in questions to me in Facebook. I get time. It's my name. It's my full name, Prakash. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me there. Anything like related to English, if I can help, I will be happy. Thank you very much.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I think they don't have any doubts regarding this
Yes.
session. So, yeah. So, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the entire. So I would also express my gratitude. This wonderful college and its wonderful organizing members who have been so kind to invite me, and also for giving me this opportunity to interact with such a large group of lovely students. And also I had some technical problems in the beginning, so the coordinators were extremely gracious and they helped me tide through it without any problem. So thank you for your patience and to the wonderful way in which the entire thing has been handled. So thank you very much.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. We are also grateful
Bye-bye.
for the time and effort you took to share your thoughts and experience. And I hope your class will definitely help all the participants to pursue their dream and achieve jobs according to their interests. And you also make us realize the importance of developing our communication skill in this hectic world. Once again, on behalf of our college and the NSS unit, I thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving a wonderful class.
All right, bye. Thank
Now,
you.
we have, yeah, ma'am. Now we have reached the end of this session. So once again, I would like to remind you, please fill the feedback form provided in the chat box. Last but not the least, I would like to thank you all for being here and for all your supports. And we also expect your valuable presence and support in the upcoming sections also. Once again, thank you all for making this event successful. Thank you all. Once again, I'm thanking you, ma'am. Thank you all. After filling the feedback form, you can leave the section.